What's the biggest scam in today's society? Ticketmaster charging a $30 processing fee for a $50 ticket. The Live Nation monopoly will continue to poison our cities with their shitty venues and gouge ticket prices. Gotta love finally getting in and buying 2 tall cans for $30. Textbook access codes that you get after buying a new textbook and can use only once. Textbooks in general. I took an abnormal psychology class in college once, and the professor was insistent that we needed the new edition, $180 book, that we would be using it all the time. She actually held a raffle for a free one for a lucky student. We did not open the textbooks once all semester. Everything we needed to know was discussed on PowerPoint and made available online. I knew a couple professors who got so annoyed with textbook costs at one point that they wrote their own, then priced it at printing plus shipping, so they'd make zero profit off it. Fitness advice by influencers whose only goal is peddling their products. Ice 445 middle. Silver 2 Take my energy recycling labels on plastic items. So many single-use plastics have a recycle symbol on them when in reality, nobody will touch that shit. It's way cheaper to just make new plastic 99% of the time, compared to trying to process and filter out the contaminants of used plastic, if it's even a formula that can actually be recycled. I'm partially convinced the reason we have so much plastic waste as a society is this trickery making us think we're actually recycling a meaningful amount of it. In Canada, at least, cable/internet/cell prices. Eastlink is purposely messing up my older model system to try and get me to upgrade. My TV and internet is $187 a month. This is ridiculous. Cell phone isn't even included in that. Since this is getting attention. Am I crazy? I just started seeing ads for fiber for Eastlink. All of a sudden everything has slowed down drastically. Can't even access on demand, and my channel swapping option just disappeared. Literally any marketing demographic for consumer goods. Green marketing. Healthy marketing. Weight loss products. You name it. Wholesome needing a degree for a entry-level low-paying jobs. Take my energy. I think the issue here is more that the value of a college degree has gone down. Where a college degree meant you were able to enter a business on a management level 2 generations ago, it is now nothing more than a starting qualification. Gold. You've got a major in information systems, with a minor in business data analytics? Great. We think you'll be great for our team lead position. The pay is $17.50 an hour. The hours are flexible, and you need to be able to work nights and weekends. Oh yeah, we only give you 1 to 3 days lead time on what your weekly schedule will be. You'll get 5 days of PTO, also your sick days, after 2 years of employment. We'll take the cost of your required polo shirts from your first 4 paychecks. Helpful working 9 to 5 MF and still being broke. Working 8 to 5, with a hard hour for lunch, if that, still being broke and being told by management/company, that if you don't perform, you will be let go. Some companies still hold on to the "you won't get very far at this company if you're not putting in at least 60 hours/WK, and we didn't build this company with people working from home." This is why it pays to switch jobs. Company loyalty is dead in most places. Gotta stay mobile. I doubled my salary in 2 years by not buying a house, and not staying in the same area/job. It's sad, but that's just how it works nowadays for a lot of jobs. Starry rocket like silver all-seeing, upvote the fact that technology was supposed to free us from the 40-hour workweek, but instead people are now expected to do the jobs of 4 people, or they have to just sit around, putting in their time like a prison. Efficiency increases are basically always used to just increase profit margins, never to benefit the workers. If you have 5 employees, and you devise a way to increase efficiency 20%, do you give all 5 employees a 4-day workweek, or do you downsize to 4 employees, and pocket an extra employee worth of salary? We all know which of those is more typical. Helpful silver. I saved $800 on my wedding cake by insisting it was just for a party. Like, my mother asked the traditional way, and was quoted $1,100. I said oh hell no and called back for a quote on the same dimensions and flavors minus the W word, and the cake was magically only $300. I said this in a food sub, and had a whole bunch of pissed off bakers downvoting me, and telling me off, smiley face. US only, allowing politicians to trade stocks, while also having a legal avenue for corruption lobbying. What a scam. I'm on my way but still on the bed. Helpful to health insurance. College overall. 19-year-old wants 10K to start a business, no way. Same 19-year-old wants 150K for college, sure. Silver, the rich convincing the middle class that the poor are taking their money. They were doing all kinds of mental gymnastics and Stretch Armstrong reaches to try to convince everyone that there was good reason for the difference. Like apparently having the cake delivered intact is worthy of a $500 bonus. But baby we strapped that hoe down in the Hyundai, and it traveled just fine, woman shrugging. Recycling in general was mostly untrue marketing. Growing up in the US, no one talked much about the reduce or reuse versus recycle. The fact that most recycling is sent to the landfill wasn't even talked about much until recently. No one talked about having clean and dry items, not greasy cardboard or wine with corks still in, etc. Single-use plastics as is a cultural and geological issue. It's not just plastic. In my town, Domino's Pizza has been advertising that their pizza boxes are recyclable. On their website, if you look up our town, it says that pizza boxes are explicitly allowed in the recycling bins. Unfortunately, if you check with the city, you'll see that pizza boxes are specifically prohibited. It's like Domino's is tricking us into fucking up the recycling just to make us feel better about their shitty pizza. I've had several professors over the years prescribe their own textbooks, which I don't think should be allowed unless there's no quality alternative. In one of those courses, the professor's textbook was brilliant. I have never seen a better one for that content. And it wasn't expensive. I have a bit of a collection of diplomas and degrees, postgrad and undergrad, and it is the only time I can look back and say that the professor was absolutely right to prescribe their own book. I still haven't used my copy over a decade later. I'm studying again now, and haven't bought a single textbook. I just use the university library to access online copies. I've come across 2 textbooks I am thinking of buying, even though I've finished the courses, because they are good quality, and I think they'll be useful to have for reference as I continue my current degree. A lot of people have asked what the book was about. It was on professional writing and editing and went into crazy detail about things like style of font, like who knew serifs, the little stylistic lines sometimes attached to letters, and ball terminals were so important in how a piece of writing looks, and line spacing, etc. It also went into detail about a number of types of texts one might be expected to write in a professional setting, and how to format them and what kind of content was necessary and appropriate. I still reference it when I have a nasty but professional email to write just so I can check it's absolutely perfect before I send it. I thought it was a bit of a waste of a unit to study as I have always written well, but it was one of the most useful classes I've ever taken. It improved my attention to detail and my ability to edit in a way that has served me well all the way through postgrad and my thesis. I rarely lose marks over formatting/communication, and I think that course and the book helped a lot with that.